Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Those of you that have been subscribed to me, who have stopped by before, this isn't the first time, I welcome you back. Thank you for your patience. I don't want to get into the details as to why I've been gone just yet, but I thank you for your patience and understanding. And I'm here today to just give thanks to all of those who have been going through some tough times lately. All those first responders, the doctors, the nurses, all of those in the front lines. There's a variety of areas, of companies, of services, even some that some people don't realize have always been essential workers. So I'm called today to start by doing a quarantine team reading. This is going to be a quarantine collective reading. Those of you that have no choice but to leave your families or your homes and risk your own health and safety, to assist all of those that are still home, getting by, just barely. I want to send out my gratitude, my love, healing energy, and the strength and courage that you may need to get through these tough times. If you don't want to hear me ramble before I pull cards, I will timestamp below. But all in all, yes, I've been gone for some time. Yes, I was under immense stress. I had to safeguard my energy. And I was also very sick. I'm happy to say that I am feeling a whole lot better now. Excuse any cough or sniffles or anything that you may hear throughout the reading. I will do my best to edit it out. I know that times are tough out there for so many, and if you aren't feeling this quarantine, anxiety or energy kicking in like so many are feeling it, then I hope that you're set for what's to come afterwards. I want to touch on a couple quick things. I know I haven't posted or uploaded in quite some time, in a couple of months. When I did the Virgo 2020 year ahead reading, there was a very clear message that came to me then that I did not understand, but now I understand it. The message I kept hearing for 2020 was, 2020 is going to flip that bitch. Why I would say that, I don't know. Do I understand it now? Yes. Just when you thought you were on the right path, it's like 2020 just came and flipped that bitch, right? Flipped that table over and said, no, let's try this again. So use this time wisely to reflect, to heal, to release, to do everything that you possibly can to stay sane, get, the medical assistance, the healing, energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally that you may need. Seek professional help if some of you are struggling. In January, I don't remember whose reading I said it in. May have been January or February. Because I started feeling a shift in the energy and almost like this anxiety of what's to come without actually knowing what was going to come. And I know that in some parts of the world or some of the states, you're not feeling it as bad as other areas. I'm in California, Los Angeles. We've been on lockdown for a month, easily. I still continued to work. At the very beginning of it. And now, thankfully, I'm working from home. And I'm working on a schedule so that I can do both my YouTube and my regular job and homeschooling and try to balance it all out. So what I recall, and I wish I can remember, I have not gone back. What I recall is that I had mentioned, and some of you earth signs chime in, or if you have heavy earth in your chart, comment down below. If you've been feeling a little restless, uneasy, maybe you didn't realize that you had a little bit of anxiety with that impending doom, like something is going to happen and you just couldn't put your finger on it. Since January, February, I have been saying the earth signs were going to feel something coming the most. From my perspective, and remember, this is purely my, opinion and my experience. The earth signs, or if you have heavy earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart, you may have felt a shift in the energy, a shift in the earth. Highs and lows energetically. You may have experienced some time where you were super exhausted, energetically drained, emotionally drained. Take your pick. And I am kicking myself this very moment because I remember saying, I've been wanting to do a reading for the earth signs because something isn't right. And my crazy job and schedule prevented that from happening. And so now here I am, trying to reconnect with all of you. I thank you guys immensely once again. Those of you that did reach out, I know I haven't responded to everyone. Give me about another week or so. I've got a lot on my plate here, but I am trying to get back into the swing of things. So what I decided to do to start this off is not just give my gratitude and appreciation, but also to send you my love and healing energy and strength and courage for whatever you may need in the next few months. I send you energy with love and healing to assist you, whether it's to calm your mind, your heart, your uneasiness, whatever it is that you may need healing in. Insomnia, nervousness, anxiety. Know that you're not alone. And people may be going through it in waves. So just because some aren't going through it now, doesn't mean they won't eventually feel it. While some of those may have already gone through the motions and got a handle of their bearings. So take some time to meditate, to breathe, to connect with your higher self, get grounded, wear your face mask, go outside, walk barefoot, touch the grass, hug a tree. And those of you that are laughing at it, believe me, take a deep breath, hug that tree and release. Mother Nature and the earth are saving us, whether some of you may not realize it just yet. And maybe it's the earth sign in me because I've got all earth in my chart and Libra. So there is a need for me to stay balanced. So from time to time, when I need to safeguard my energy, I may be absent. But I am always thinking of you, and I am always sending you energy, and I'm always standing by, waiting to be ready to bring back these messages to you. So this is going to be a reading for the collective during this quarantine time. I am working on a schedule. I know I did not put out March or April readings. I will be putting out end of April readings as well as May. I will be going live a few times a week. I will go back to my Instagram within the week, and I will also do a weekly live right there on Instagram. Okay, so if you want like your weekly energies for the week ahead, I'll be doing those on Instagram. I know I've got messages on Instagram I haven't gotten to either. I will also be taking personal readings, and my Patreon is up and running, and I will put all those links down below. Thank you guys. Once again, I wish you all the best. Let's get started with your quarantine reading. This is for the quarantine collective. Those of you that may be affected with harsh or heavy energies during this time in quarantine, that you may be needing healing. And what is it that you need to understand? And right off the bat, we have family and tribe, card number 20, which comes down to a number 2, as well as entrapment. And let's be real, fam. Some of you feel trapped with your family, your partners, your spouses. If you are having a tough time not being able to leave your house, look at that. I am telling you guys, if that isn't the reading you guys needed during this quarantine, look at that. Issues regarding family and tribe, feeling entrapped, and taking a moment to love yourself. I really feel that some of you are feeling completely trapped in your home. You almost feel like you're suffocating. And it's not that you don't care to be around your family, although maybe some of you guys don't care. But I do feel as though sometimes it's a little too much, right? A little too much, and you want to be able to get out there. You want to be able to, you know, have the freedom to isolate when you want to, and the freedom to get out there when you want to. And this feeling of entrapment, and I am hearing some of you may be trapped in a situation, in a family situation, partnership situation, where it isn't very healthy to begin with. You may need to put your foot down and set boundaries, and you're afraid to because you feel you have nowhere to go. This sense of entrapment. Some of you are also feeling trapped in your mind. Everything is playing out mentally. And you're not really expressing yourself. It's like you're zoned out almost. And you guys know, those of you, if you're new, welcome. I hope you hit that like button and subscribe, please. Those of you that know me know that I always preach self-love. You got to love yourself first before you can love anyone else, or before you can even open yourself up to receiving love. And you may be learning this the hard way, on how to find your own inner balance, inner healing, your self-worth, by setting up some boundaries. You may be trapped in the moment because of quarantine. Maybe it's, you know, someone that can be a little harsh with you. Those of you that may be trapped with a narcissistic partner. I'm also hearing someone who there's someone here who just recently moved in with their boyfriend, partner, spouse, whomever it may have been. You guys just moved in, or you may have taken in another member of the family who you thought you knew them well enough to welcome them in your family, but you're starting to see their true selves. You're starting to live with some form of regret and anxiety. But the more you stay indoors, the more you replay scenarios and you start replaying that guilt and wondering if you made the right decision. Trust what your gut is telling you. Trust what your higher self is telling you. Take some time to really love yourself, to come back to reality. Center yourself. Quarantine is temporary. Family isn't, unfortunately. I mean, unless you want them to be. But there will always be some sort of, you know, family tie, energetic tie, emotional tie. So if you allowed someone to stay with you, maybe it was someone that you were seeing for a short time, they lost their job, they got nowhere to go, so they've been staying with you, and then you're starting to realize maybe that wasn't such a good idea. How do I kick them out? They're not who I thought they may have been this whole time. Part of, you know, self-love is also setting up boundaries in terms of what's allowed and what isn't allowed. And so when you allow someone to cross certain boundaries, to mistreat you, to talk down to you, to make you feel like you can never leave your bed because someone is so overbearing, dark. Or some of you may be living with controlling parents. Whatever the case may be, this is a time for you to heal these energies. Oh, I forgot I bought these little stands to put up the cards so you guys can see them better. So take some time for yourself, whatever it may be, right? Hopefully you guys can see those okay. Now I can pull some energy cards. And let's see, for the quarantined collective, what's next for you guys? Yeah, I said it. You guys are absolutely thinking and overthinking, trying to figure out best way to get out. Financial constraints flew out in reverse, which is a good thing. So from now until the end of the quarantine period, these energies can and will fluctuate. As we all know, this whole COVID-19 quarantine time, pandemic, whatever you want to call this time, is changing constantly. It is very fluid. So with family and tribe, entrapment, and self-love, you have the thinking woman, appreciation, financial constraints in reverse. That's a good sign. Yin yang, and the temple path. So overall, energetically, what I'm feeling here is that yes, there are some of you that may be feeling like you're living in a cycle, whether in your mind because you're replaying certain things, you're, you know, second guessing yourself. You've got too much time on your hands, and so you're thinking and overthinking, and you're not quite sure what to do or where to go from here. And some of you may be trying your absolute hardest to appreciate the fact that you are safe at home, that you are with family, that financially you'll eventually recover if you are in that situation. I mean, look at this card. Oh, Lord, my eye is twitching. Look at this card. That moment of appreciation. Look at that smokiness in the background. It's like the whole city's on fire. We've got a dry, brush here, but these beautiful flowers over here. And no matter the mess that's going on in this world, in your area, in your mind for some of you, because you may be thinking and overthinking, how are we going to get through this? Look at that beautiful butterfly. Take this time to read self-help books, healing, spiritual. Maybe you want to take up a hobby, whatever it may be. Use this time wisely so that you are ready to transform into this butterfly when they finally let us out, right? But that woman in the appreciation card, I mean, she gets it. She's gonna stop and smell the roses even when the city's on fire and all she could see is smoke and doom and gloom. So take some time to appreciate your good health, the roof over your head, the friendships, the family, the good references some of you might need to look for another job, because the financial constraints is here in reverse. Whatever was stopping you or hindering you from, financial balance. I mean, this right here, this is like, I've been out of a job. There's no money in the bank account, probably overdrawn or closed. Those cobwebs, I'm imagining an empty pantry, an empty cupboard, an empty fridge. But so many of you, I'm sure, may have gotten your stimulus already. Or if you're one of the lucky ones outside of the US that's actually getting a monthly payment, congratulations. I won't talk politics. I don't like politics, but you know what I mean. This is having opportunities for more finances to come in, to be able to take action with this yin yang energy. They are both 4 cards, number 4. Whereas you may have been going through some emotional times, your stronger side, your ability to think clearly and trust what your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the path you're going on, no matter how much anxiety, fear, worry you may be feeling. And I know I say this, and it's a very, very difficult time worldwide to say, trust the process. But if you are in a situation where so many areas, so many counterparts to this are out of your control, you have no say in how things will unfold, and you can only make decisions with the information, the money, the situation, the knowledge, the experience at hand, then stop thinking in lack, in fear beyond that. Just like there's a brand new news report every day with the scenarios, with the situations, with the, whatever the numbers may be day to day, so will your plan be. If the states and governments and countries and the WHO and the, whomever it is that's making these decisions in your area, if their knowledge, their information, their numbers, their stats are changing day by day, well, honey, so is your plan of action. And so right now it's about riding the wave, even though we're indoors, even though we're a bit confined. And even some of you that are, you know, my homebodies, my introverted friends, who probably thought this was going to be easy until your mind started running a million miles a minute. You can only do the best that you can with the knowledge at hand. If you are worrying about the future and the unknown and the unseen, because you can't plan ahead, because you don't know what the next day will bring, you're putting yourself through stress and anxiety double the time. And I'm not saying live your life carefree, although that would be nice. And if you have the means to do so, you know, like all those celebrities quarantined in these big, huge mansions and compounds. If you have that luxury, that's awesome and amazing for you. And appreciate what you do have there. And so I know that so many of you may be worried about what's next. Some of you may be having some really strange dreams or thoughts that are coming in. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Perfect. So what I'd like to say here is if you're worried about money and stability, do what you can to continue to thrive emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. Keep your resume, your name, your applications. I know so many businesses are shut down. But as soon as businesses start opening up, believe me, it will all pick up, it will surge. And I'm telling you, a few weeks ago, I've been wanting to put this reading out for a few weeks already. But I was still so sick and low energy. Within my meditation, the messages that I heard from Archangel Michael, especially for those of you in the States or in California, because that's where I am, was within this county, within this state, within the states, we were going to see a little bit of progress as we go into the month of May. But the numbers will be deceiving because it's all an appearance. The data is not complete. And so we'll slowly start to get out there June, July. And things will start to loosen up. And they'll start to feel a little bit more back to normal-ish, whatever normal will be after this. August, September. But believe me, it's going to come back around. October, November, December. So as much as you would like to get out there and let your guard down, continue to be safe, continue to protect yourself and your family. Take the necessary precautions if you're out there working, or if in your area they start loosening up the restrictions. The visions, the messages, the feelings, the sounds, the inner knowing, those very vivid, strange dreams you may be having. Some of you are having visions, daytime, where you're like, I know I wasn't sleeping, but I swear this came to mind. Your third eye is being activated. There are so many of us that are here that are meant to get the message out. So please be sure to shield yourself, protect yourself from harsh, fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Call Archangel Michael to come in and protect you. If you feel as though the fear-based thoughts, energies are just running rampant in your mind, body, heart, soul, call on to him to help you release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you, or your purpose, or your path, or your healing. Archangel Michael is very prominent within my meditations and my spiritual connections. Archangel Michael, what message do you have for the collective during this quarantine time? The romance angels are helping you. So for those of you that may be entrapped with that partner who you were thinking could have been the one, and then you're like, I can't stand you, go home. They're helping you to see what you did not see from the beginning. Also, those of you that may have just met someone and then boom, everyone's on lockdown. The romance angels are helping you, whether it's to heal something within you during this time or to heal something within that partner. I also have to point out to all my single friends, if this quarantine has brought about some sort of realization that maybe you no longer want to be single and you were, kind of hoping you were quarantined with a partner, the romance angels are helping you heal whatever needs to be healed so that you can welcome that partner in. Archangel Michael, one more card, please. Prayer will help this situation. Dear God and Archangel Michael and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention and then describe the situation. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you. Amen. So for those of you that feel like prayer won't help, how's that worrying helping you? How's that stress and anxiety helping you? Is it so much to think that perhaps prayer won't help you? Don't give your energy towards more worry and fear and lack. Your energy will only feed it further. One more card for Archangel Michael, please. And decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. Just like that appreciation card. Now, I'm going to pull Archangel messages because I'm looking at that financial constraints card, and I know it's in reverse, but I feel that some of you worry that it's a temporary fix. Like, sure, it's there right now because some of you may have received your stimulus. Some of you, you know, may have received a little bit of extra cash. I really feel like some of you are worrying about financial situations in the long term. Let me have 2 cards from the Archangels, please. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that made a big jump, a big exit. Look at that. All is well. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Some of you, I'm telling you, you're saying, yeah, it's temporary. I need to know that long term, my financial constraints are, you know, behind me now, that things will start looking up. Teaching and learning, keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. Remember what I said? Take up a new hobby, learn some new things, new situations, spiritual self-help. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised at what you might learn that will help you thrive during this time. Angels of Abundance. Let me have a card for that financial constraints. And this card came out when I first picked up the deck, and I put it back, and now I'm taking it because it just came out. Cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. I don't want to give you guys lip service or, you know, a sense of false hope, because this may not resonate with everyone. And, you know, I can only touch on so many energies. But for the Quarantine Collective, and that's what I'm calling you guys, the Quarantine Collective, those that are subscribed to me and those that feel a calling to watch this video, thank you for stopping by. I know this reading has taken on a bit of a seriousness, a serious energy, and I'm not normally like this super serious, only when I need to be. But I really want the Quarantine Collective to understand that we really are getting past the big hurdles, the big hump. Some of you have a partnership coming. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. This is an opportunity for you to work with someone. Maybe some of you aren't looking for partnerships, but maybe it's not necessarily a partnership, but a connection. You network. You reach out to other companies, to other people. You know, social networking, networking through your social media. I'm hearing somebody going through like different resources on social media, like different groups where people can, you know, connect with each other. I don't really know too much about that, but I'm just picturing like a big network of people and one person referring another to another. And then somehow, you end up maybe getting a better deal business-wise on something that you needed. And so the last two, you have block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you are ready, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. TV, social media, video games, shopping online, you know, we're all a little hooked on that Amazon Prime right now. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Now, on that note, the distraction, I'm also hearing some of you may be overeating. And on the complete opposite end, some of you are just exercising way too much. Like now you understand why all these, you know, dudes come out of prison like super buff, if that makes sense to anyone. Because it's bringing in those endorphins, it's bringing them up, and it's what's making you feel balanced and whole. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Not against it. Don't overextend yourself. Don't overwork yourself. Make yourself a little bit of a schedule so that you have enough time for all areas of your life. Thank you guys so much. I'm just sending you so much loving energy, healing in all forms, all areas of your life. I'm going to get started with your end of April readings, and then I will bring about some May readings. Again, I'm going to try and update the description box below with all the information you may need to subscribe, to join my Patreon, to book a reading. So I am working on a schedule. I will be posting that schedule during this week. I do plan on going live a couple times a week here on YouTube, and then also I'll be doing a weekly live on Instagram. I do plan on going back there within the next week as well. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm sending you so much love, so much strength, patience, and courage to ride the wave during quarantine time. Have a safe and wonderful rest of the month to make it the best that you can. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.